of U.S. workers who practice yoga has nearly doubled since 2002. Even Jason, he tried it out for the first time last week.
Just trying to find some calmness, some inner peace.
And we're just trying to find more excuses to run this video over and over and over again.
Look at how centered I am.
You are very centered.
So balanced.
I'm just amazed you weren't talking the whole time.
Wow.
A CDC survey finds about 11% of workers report doing yoga. The number of workers who meditate has also gone up. Health experts say mindfulness practices can improve worker well-being, kind of across the board. I was surprised recently when I was reading about some of the most powerful people in companies, in different, journalism platforms across the U.S. They talked about their morning routine. Several of them said that they take just about 5 minutes to meditate every morning. And I found that fascinating, Matt. I was like, these are the busiest people seemingly in the world, and they take 5 minutes just to sit there and kind of get at peace with themselves.
I think it makes sense. I think that is a sort of tool that these sorts of people can use to help them focus and figure out their direction for the day. I think there's so many distractions that it's easy to not take that time to figure out, okay, what am I trying to do? How am I trying to get there? I think it makes sense.
We've seen Target with kind of meditation rooms and times during the day where they can do things.
Do they?
General Mills as well have brought in people to teach yoga, to teach mindfulness especially, not necessarily yoga, but this idea of mindfulness. Some of this stuff I wonder though, like this is the trendy thing to say you're doing right now.
Sure.
So if I were like a big time CEO and someone's like, all right, I need like a little tic-tac of what you do from when you wake up. Sure. Like, I'm not going to say I wake up, I work out, I try to think of who I'm going to fire, I try to think of who I'm going to give them a raw deal on their salary.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what I do? A little inner peace.
Little moment.
Peace.
I do think there's something
cynical.
Prove it.
What you brought up though about what employers are doing, I think is very interesting, because I think the idea of having that break in the middle of the day, kind of a thing of the past. A lot of people eat lunch at their desk. They'd rather just power through. And I think it says something if you can provide an area for your employees that maybe doesn't have the technology that the rest of the office has, and just give them time to have 5 minutes for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I think it could really help the productivity in the office.
I mean,
you would love that, a nice little cappuccino machine.
Can we have that? No, you're totally right. Just this idea of a 15-minute break. Maybe you do go grab a cup of coffee, but you bring your phone with you and you're checking your work email while you're there, and you're doing that after you go home for the day, and it's just always with you. A specific focus of taking a break and refocusing, I think that is super valuable, and people rarely do that.
There's a ton of data on this. Mindfulness is very, very effective.
Yeah.
It's
now
hard
you're coming around, you're less skeptical
You're there now?
I don't believe that people are doing it, but I'm saying it works. It does work.
Okay, well, you guys